this stone has a little eyelet, very small, but it has an eyelet in it where you can put it on a necklace as a pendant if you wanted to. And it goes all the way to the bottom. Oh, this one's interesting. This is like a little pentagram. I believe this person with the name Goddess Jewelry and this, I believe they must be Wiccan. That's very cool. It's the only one I see like that. And in my area, we actually do have a very active, thriving Wiccan community. Really fascinating people. So it doesn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me a bit to find out that the person who created this was Wiccan, because as I said, we do have quite a few. We have a lot of Wiccan folks here. Okay, now that's actually, I believe I found one just like this a minute ago. Let me see. I did. Don't know if these go together or not. But I just found this piece. And then just like it, only longer, is this piece. You know, I might actually be able to join these together and make a bracelet out of that. I think that would be very pretty. I might have to play around with that and see if I can get them put together. And these are interesting. I'm not exactly sure what these are made of. They almost look like buckeyes. If you know what a buckeye is, these feel like buckeyes to me that are hollowed out. They're not glass. They don't exactly feel like plastic either. I believe they're buckeyes. Buckeye. It's all one word. And we don't actually have buckeyes in my area, so I guess they came from somewhere else. Maybe up around Ohio. I know they have buckeyes in Ohio, but we don't really have them here. And then we just have some loose pieces. This one's pretty. I like the swirly look on this one. It's black, but then it has these gray swirly parts, which are really pretty. And this stone is nice too. It's a beautiful aqua blue color. Really, really pretty. This is glass, and of course, it has a hole through it, so you can use it to make jewelry, necklaces, or bracelets, or whatever. And then these were all together, and I imagine they probably all came from the same person. These are all glass beads.